confusion has kind of been at an all-time high recently. And I know I'm not the only one from speaking to other people and learning from other people's experiences as well. I feel like now is a very interesting time to be in your early 20s because you are figuring so many things out. For me, what I can say for myself is I already previously had felt like I wasted a lot of my teenage years and the start of my 20s. And now that I'm almost 24, it feels like life really is that thing where it's flashing by faster than you can grasp onto anything. And it's a normal feeling to have. And I'm getting better with accepting where I am and who I am, and what I'm gifted with, and what I can do with what I have. I'm getting better with acceptance. One of my biggest flaws for a very long time was negative self-talk. Just negativity surrounding myself as a whole. I never had anything positive to say or do for myself. And that's one of the things that has helped me a lot, is just being able to have the opportunity to change that mindset a little bit. And by no means are things 100% easy now. But I think that's what gives me hope in the madness. And I hope that maybe just hearing it from somebody else can give you hope in the madness as well. And not even just so much of being in your early 20s, but no matter what stage you're at in life right now, we could all use a pick-me-up. I previously went from one of the darkest stages of my life, where I was essentially a small piece of who I ever knew I was. And now, a year and a half later, I'm someone brand new again, someone that I actually know to love now. And that's what makes this a little bit more challenging than ever. Because before, it was easy for me to self-destruct. It was easy for me to tear apart everything I loved and knew. It was easy for me to say, all right, I don't care about this. I don't care about my life. I don't care. I don't care if they like me. I don't care if they dislike me. I don't care about myself. I'm just gonna be depressed. I don't care. I don't care. That was my mindset of my life. So now that I've gotten so much stronger, by the grace of God, that I have this opportunity to think so differently now. And I almost feel like I have a chance to start over a life that I've probably thought I never had. But that's what makes it so difficult for me now, is the confusion. And the self-doubt tries to creep its way in there too, and tell you all these things that are not true. And I've heard stories from other people that I knew who had it worse off than I did, and they're still pushing. They're still trying to strive for something. My mindset used to be that life was meaningless, and now the only thing I can say to myself about that is, if I'm gonna have that mindset that life is meaningless, then what am I even doing here? What am I doing? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna lay down and I'm gonna get stomped on by myself. Because for the longest time, my greatest enemy was indeed myself. I held myself back from almost every and anything. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. So in any way that it helps, I just want you to know that we're all going through this together. It's so hard sometimes because of what your mind will tell you. But the only thing I can leave you with is the power that you have is in here. That's it. If I really knew all those years I spent wallowing in my own self-pity, depressed, drinking, crying, just laying down, accepting defeat. If I really ever put my mindset now into that situation, it's hard for me to do so, Because when I try to do that, it's almost like my life now doesn't even remotely line up with any of that, and it doesn't want anything to do with that, and that's positive for sure. But now that I'm in the place of better mindset, your journey is growing, you're working towards something because you feel you are something, you don't feel like your life is meaningless anymore, it makes it that much more of a responsibility to myself to be the light that I know I can be to others. Because I'm a firm believer that life is genuinely about being there for other people and not just for yourself. Growth. If you can relate at all, I just want to leave you with this. You are not alone. We're all going through this together. And this will pass. There are people who have experienced this exact thing before who will tell you that it gets better. And we are living in an interesting time because nobody has ever went through this period of life, 2025 being the age that we are now. So we're the first timers for this. We're experiencing this all for the first time. Early adulthood for the first time in 2025. Only us will ever experience it in this time period. And that goes for any time period, but we got it. Don't let the negativity win, because it simply can't. Because this is all the power you need. I promise you that.